Hey everybody, DuelingDestined here, once again, here, providing another deck profile of a deck I've been working on for a while, Evilswarms. They are really good, focusing on controlling and swarming. I like the style of it, a lot of fun. Anyway, let me get into it. So for sure, you need 3 Evilswarm casters. If you normal summon this guy, he grants you another Evilswarm or Evilswarm normal summon. So he helps you bring out Ophion. You have your 3 Thunderbirds. Thunderbird is like a wind-up rabbit. If any kind of effect activates, he can remove himself from play. So that way you can protect him for a turn. Out of all things, you definitely need 3, like Kirkions. At least 2. I run 3. That's my run. Kirkion, you remove from play an Evilswarm from your graveyard. Recycle an Evilswarm from your grave to your hand, and you get another normal summon. So it helps you go, again, Ophion or whatever helps you out for game. 3 Heliotrope. He's the normal monster of the deck, so he can be used for Rescue Rabbit plays. 3 Madragoras. It's kind of like the Cyber Dragon of the deck. If your opponent has more monsters than you do, special summon this guy. So, again, XC summon. Then for my tech choices, 2 Max C's. I find this card to be useful, especially like against E-Dragons or decks that go first, trying to do all their plays before I get my turn. 2 Ryus, so that way I can lock down my opponent's XCs in case they're strong enough or powerful enough to get over Ophion. And then 2 Rescue Rabbits again for Heliotrope. Now for the spells, I don't run that many. This deck is more trap heavy than anything. I run 3 Infestation Pandemics. This is your lance of the deck. It protects all your Evilswarm monsters from spells and traps until the end phase. So really useful, and it is searchable by Ophion. 1 MST, not really needed. I've considered taking it out, but it still has its moments. 1 Rhoda for a caster, because he is a warrior. And Heavy Storm. I do not use Dark Hole. It's not too useful in this deck, and I don't use Monster Reborn because I like the graveyard, so that way I can remove for Kirkion. However, they are inside decks, so that way I don't have to hear, "Oh, well, you need to use it, you need to use it." Alright, for traps, Solemn Brigade. Every deck needs it. 2 Bottomless and 2 Compulses. I'm a huge fan of Compulse, and Bottomless helps me get rid of monsters that can be special summoned, repeatedly, like JD or anything like that. 1 Dimensional Prison. I don't have the resources to get another one, sadly. I would like another one, but I'm not in a huge hurry. 1 Infestation Infection. Like, say that if you draw into Heliotrope and it's not useful in this moment. Infection allows you to switch out your Evilswarm monsters on the field or in your hand to the main deck. And then, yeah, pretty much add a new one that suits the whatever you need to do. Now, 2 Safe Zones. It helps protect with Ophion, just in case if your opponent thinks they could do something. And then, if your opponent will try to destroy Safe Zone, use the Pandemic and Ophion's safe. And 2 Phoenix Chain. One thing that hurts this deck is effect monsters, because there's not much defense against that. And that's why Phoenix Chain is here. Definitely the Pleiades will kill Ophion easily, or at least get out of the way easily, so I need the Phoenix Chains. And lastly, 1 Mirror Force. It's Mirror Force. It normally helps me out. Alright, for the extra deck, 1 Ouroboros. Only 1, because of the requirements, you need 3 level 4 monsters. He has 3 different effects. 1 to attack the opponent's hand, 2 to bounce a card on the field, or 3 to remove from play a card in the graveyard. So, but you can only use each effect once while it's face up on the field. So, useful, and I like the power, 2750. Now, your ace of the deck. If you are making Evilswarms, you need Ophion. Ophion, if he has a material, your opponent cannot special summon level 5 or higher, so E-Dragons get hurt real bad. As well as it allows you to search for your infection cards. So, infestation cards, my bad. Your Pandemic or your Infection, whatever floats your boat. Double Bahamut. This guy is a creature swap. in case if your opponent does get over Ophion, bring out Bahamut and use the effect, so that way you can take control of your opponent's monster and then use it against them. Always so much fun. 1 Excalibur, this is a tech choice of mine. Double caster, bring out Excalibur and go in for 4k, so that's always useful. 1 Shockmaster, so that way I can lock down my opponent when I want to. 1 Maestro, defense plays, just in case. 1 Utopia, why not? And 1 Daigusto Emerald, that way I can recycle my Heliotropes and then use Rabbit again, or whatever works for me. So anyway, that was my Evilswarm deck profile. Again, you guys, hope you liked it. Rate, comment, subscribe. See you guys next time.